right, everyone's favorite email regarding Bricklink order such and such. We all make mistakes, and apparently I made 5 of them. So yeah, we are going to go through and rectify this. I already figured out number 3. Fortunately, I was able to look in that drawer that the clip was in and found that indeed my dark blue gray, I had 2 extra than what I should have. So that one we can cross off our list. And then the rest, I'm going to figure out what went wrong and to make things right. Okay, I have found and rectified basically all of these. I'll go bottom to top. So sent him a piece he didn't order. It's fine, you can keep it. I'll audit that and just make sure that I don't have any less than I should. I'm not sure how even a piece that wasn't an order got in there. He ordered some of the variant of that, but it doesn't say he didn't get those instead like he does in everything else, so I'm going to assume he's good to go. This 4x4 plate with the grips, there's 2 variants, but they're different listings, and I did indeed send him the wrong one. This is the right one, which I do have, and then the one I sent him, I was 1 extra on my count than what's actually there, so it took that down. And so I'm going to send him that. This one is actually these ones, not what I scratched off earlier. I apparently sent him black instead of dark blue gray. This is the same situation. Sent him black instead of the dark blue gray. I have a theory for this. I should go back to it in just a second. The last thing, the separate lots, and this is something he's a newer buyer. He's got like single digit feedback, but enough feedback. 2 separate lots of the hinge plate, 92,582 and 53,968. If we look at those, which of course I don't have pulled up right this second. What's that one? Light blue gray. Yes, light blue gray. All right. So with this one, the items are under 1 listing. Bricklink has determined that the difference between these 2 items is not significant enough to make them 2 separate items. So you'll see sometimes there's alternate item, and there can sometimes be a string of like 6 other things out here. With those alternate items, it's the same thing as far as Bricklink is concerned. And if you're a buyer and you need that specific item, when the listing is like that, you need to contact the seller beforehand and verify if they have that very specific part number. Otherwise, be happy with what you get. So I'm going to send him these things. I'll offer to either send him these or to refund for these and a bit, and just let him have that choice, and then go from there. So what was I going to say I need to do? I need to make sure, my axle brick counts me the same. And then brick freedom. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get it pulled up. I'll cut the clip real quick. So for the brick freedom thing, I think it's possibly more apparent on the laptop, but I'm pretty sure I mentioned this briefly when I was picking an order or something recently. But anyhow, so we have this one with a black. This is the actual order, which brick freedom you're able to pull up and repick if you want. But so black item, there you go, light blue gray, dark blue gray. Now, at a quick glance, it's kind of like hard to differentiate. And like I said, I think the iPad, the colors are a little bit different, so it can make it more difficult to determine. But this at a glance can look black. So I think for me, I just need to slow down a little bit more and just verify the color based off the text. And I think that will help me out better as I'm picking. Because if it happened once, one thing, but it happened the same issue twice in one order, makes me think either, I was having a bad vision day, which I get those sometimes. I had eye surgery a couple years ago. Or just not paying enough attention to the color, especially to the name of the color, and just looking at, just be like, boom, okay, let's go, boom, okay, get that part. So, that's, I think, what's caused that issue both times. So that one, it's the same item. Those two, the color issues. That one was a variant problem, and that one I sent him an extra piece, I guess. I'll just check that now. Let's see, 31493. So I'm supposed to have 172 of that one. Do I have any used? I would have 6 in drawer 236. Let's see, drawer 236. Let's see. That's my delightful technique drawers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know how he got the other one. I apparently didn't send a variant he didn't want because he didn't mention it like the other very specific one with even the wrong, like the same listing variant. So maybe he'll circle back. Who knows? But I'm going to give him those options and carry on with my morning. Just one order to pick this morning, though. And just really wanted this one wedge plate. So I'm going to send that out.
Good morning. It is Friday, November 3rd. And if you remember previously, I had an order where I had messed up a couple things. And the buyer had, I educated the buyer about how Bricklink's alternate part ID worked. But it was this one of these clips where I had sent both the wrong colors and the wrong variant of the 4x4 plate with clips. And so I offered I could either send just his parts to him, no additional cost, or I would refund him over what he paid just for his inconvenience. And his response was like the A+ buyer of all time, the kind of buyer you want to have for life. He said he actually offered to pay for the parts I had accidentally sent, like the color pieces I had sent the wrong ones for, and told me not to refund him. I'm like, hey, I got you. You're the best. So he decided he's going to take the parts, but not to send them yet. He's going to make another order. And here we are. His first order was like 50 something lots with, I forget, I think it was 400 or 500 parts. Now he's come back with 77 lots with another 500 parts. So it's a bigger order overall. So super happy to be able to pick this for him, have him a cup set aside with the actual parts he was supposed to get the first go around. So I'm going to keep on picking this order as we go. And lots of nice little parts. He's got a lot of new in here. He's building some Star Wars sets. There's still some used stuff down here. So yeah, nice giant parts order. And I want to keep on cracking. This is where it helps to have a nice backlog of stuff to sort, because I've got 4 of these supposed to be in this drawer. I found 3 of them in there. Couldn't find the 4th at all. But fortunately, because I had done some pre-sort of all my panels and stuff, I have several in this drawer, so I was able to grab one to fulfill that order. Those are used, so they should be over here. Y'all are distracting me. Nah, but Yeah, let's see. We got left. Ooh, still a good amount. About halfway, I guess. Back to it. So I just had a bit of an anomaly, and I don't know if anyone knows what is going on. But in here, I've got 180, or in drawer D88, so I have 7 of these parts. So pull my 7. Clearly, I have a lot more than just the 7. So I check on Brickstore for D188, and it looks like there's my other 13 for it, but there was an upload at some point, and it looked like it didn't consolidate properly. And I had this happen actually this morning with another upload I made, where I told it to, and I've done this many times before, so I don't know what the difference is, but I told Bricklink to use the comments and remarks from store. I told Brickstore to do that. Uploaded it, told it to consolidate lots. It consolidated some of the lots, some of them didn't. So I had to go in and manually merge them. And it looks like that's what happened here, where, for instance, I've got these 2 items with the same exact description. They have, the same price is the same, the remarks is the same, but it looks like it just didn't consolidate it down. So that's a bit frustrating. I think I need to go through and figure out the audit, but I also want to know the core issue, because you don't want to make a 2,000 part upload and then have to figure out what went wrong. So got to figure that out and see what's going on. Well, my hot glue failed. I was able to use this for a couple times while I'm picking this order. Went and had some breakfast, came down, and it was on the ground. So far that's some fails for this drawer being able to mount onto here. Like I think I said before, I can try some other like physical mounting options, like screws or bracket or something. But I think anything too close up here is going to interfere with the actual drawer action. So I couldn't really put something right there. Yeah, it's just like this adhesive sheet, which has done great on the wood, seems to be not so great on this plastic. That might be something where, there's a whole network of hot glue. It might be something where, had I sanded this part beforehand, it might have worked better. Because this is pretty slick, but I would have thought that even that adhesive should have done better. I'll pick the rest off later. But that thing was super sticky, so that's not going to work, at least for now. Yeah. No, not too weighty, but these bags can weigh a little bit on their own. But back to down there, gotta figure out some other solution, perhaps to put. So I liked having it here. It was nice to be able to just pull out the extra drawer. Hot glue stuck to here pretty well. I wonder if I took off the adhesive back, because this stuff is, there's some spots in here that are really not coming off very easily. But it did seem like it mostly failed from here, which, adhesive on adhesive can be like that. So if I'm able to get this sheet off, maybe I can just directly hot glue this. So great for the wood, as they're holding up very well. I've nudged them with my knee a few times without issue. Ooh, that's sticky. Fortunately, it's not kind of sticky that like stays on your fingers. Some of that stuff just like gross. But yeah, gotta keep picking this order. But yeah, so that's a bit of a bummer. But I think if I hot glue it without that sheet, I should be able to. Yeah, because there's solid pieces on there that aren't coming off just yet, so I'll have to use a razor blade to take it off anyways. So I think that'll hold for my next attempt.
For the second order of today, looks like Jack Sparrow is going to turn into a Sith Lord and sail down the Styx. Well, he's got a purple one, so maybe he's going to be an undercover Jedi. Jedi Jack Sparrow.
All right, I've got the drawer hot glued back on here. Seems like it's doing all right for now. I, give it some impacts and it's holding pretty well, which is great because when I was putting it on, I was a bit of a dummy. I had one hand pushing it up like this, another hand pushing down on the top of the cart, not thinking about let's open up the drawer and push down right here. That's right against the surface. Because this drawer kind of bubbles up right here. Yeah, unsticking sound. That's all adhesive area that could have been attached to the drawer. But it's attached along the edges. I put a little extra in the corner here because that was starting to come down a bit. So I think it's going to hold. Again, if I come down one morning and it's falling again, then we'll know. And if it still keeps falling, I'll either have to come up with another solution or retry the glue, but holding down a better pressure and such. So I wanted to get basically just some of these extra things in here. Bags, cards, pen. As long as the pen's on there, the drawer won't get stuck like it did before. And then that makes it nice and clean and clear. So we'll just throw this away. This is an extra topper that just it came with 5. We only needed 4, so I guess if one breaks, good. You can tell Halloween is in full swing with candy wrappers down in the trash can. But yeah, hot glue gun seems to do the trick. And this thing is not budging at all. So if that stays for a while, I'll order at least one more, maybe a couple more. And fortunately, so I'm not going to open this up because it's a nasty mess. I have like presents for the kids behind here. I've got my suitcases back here, a couple other things, just random stuff back in this little utility closet. Nothing flammable that's near the water heater and furnace, but just storage of like random stuff. And it's all just kind of piled up in this corner, which is, only so big. And there's a lot of empty space up in this side of it. So I ordered a rack shelf unit that's like 6 feet tall or so, and it just perfectly fits in the space that's there. So I'll be able to put all the presents up on a shelf and hopefully have room to put stuff like the cake tray, the punch bowl, some like this china box. That stuff can go there, and that gives me room for another one of those wide units here, and then a step closer to having this all just Lego. I have a box coming in today from a friend of mine from the Bricklink Discord, Minifigure Mountain. He has helped me order 5 pounds of plants. So I will soon have far more plants than just these. Those are new. Stuff I believe is all used quality, but it all looks like good quality. So my plan is it can go in some of these drawers and then divide it up based on type. So 5 pounds of plants seems like it's going to be a decent amount, and we'll see how that goes.
Good morning and happy Monday, November 8th. For many of us, Bricklink has been a source of sadness and frustration because it has been down since Friday after who knows what. There's opinions and thoughts all over the interwebs. People are talking all about it in their various Facebook group, the Bricklink Facebook group, the Bricklink Discord, Bricklink subreddit. I'm sure people are really, it's all over the place. So I'm not going to talk more about it. I'm really tired of seeing everyone's speculations. Everyone's like, I can't believe they're doing this. Why shouldn't they do that? Etc. They'll get to it. They'll come back. Until then, we have orders to pick on Brickout. Thank you to Brick Freedom, and they're kind of working on it so that those of us that use it won't have to be trying to figure out how to sync everything back up. Supposedly, they're going to do it so long as we pick our orders in Brick Owl and not using Brick Freedom. Then we'll be able to, once Bricklink is back up, they will sync everything so that things should correlate between what's in the store and what's not in the store. Because I really don't want to have to go and manually remove all of these things if I don't have to. But anyhow, we have 4 orders to pick. I can't really show too much because Brick Owl isn't the greatest about hiding personal information on certain things. So I'm not going to be showing off the orders too much. Maybe I'll do like this little thing. But basically a bunch of different fig things. Some more of those fig plates. So on and so forth. So I'm going to get crack-a-lackin', and I'm sure by the time this video is out, everything will be back to normal. At least I hope by the time this clip is out, everything will be back to normal. Otherwise, let's begin.
Sticker sheets. We got sticker sheets going out. All right. So we got Chinese New Year. What's this other one? Oh, that's the 4 animals. That's cool. That is down under here. Ta-da. Yep, good job. Good job. All right. Good deal. This is 5. Yep, that's fun little parts order. There's still some minifigure parts and stuff. Always love these. Third order of the Brick Owl orders. It's 325 of those minifigure stands. They brought all 22 of the little beanie caps that usually crooks wear. 10 hats from the spring pack that I've done. All of my 1x10 in these colors, and a bunch of my 1x4s in those colors, and a bunch of those little, whatever they're called, extension for transmission driving ring. Wow, what a sexy name. Yeah, awesome order. Getting ready to throw that in a box. For our 4th and final order of the day, we have Rain Delacour from Jurassic World, 2 skateboards, which is awesome, a couple of those black visors, black skateboard helmet, and then 4 of these new ones, which I got from the ATV Otter kit. So pretty cool. Love seeing some skateboards going out. And I want to give a quick update. It seems that since peeling off that layer of adhesive and putting on just the plain old hot glue between these 2 drawers, it has held. I have opened it a few times today while packing orders, so I think that did the trick. So probably gonna get another one just so I can have a couple of them here, and then yeah, it'll be good then. So if you do get these and you want to stick them in something plastic, take off that adhesive layer and just use hot glue directly on it.